From Las Vegas, it's Let's Talk News Now with Rick and Ella.
And welcome back to Let's Talk News Now. We have with us our Alexi Taryn. You know, I don't know if you say just Alexi.
I just look at you and laugh.
Taryn,
it's brilliant.
Either way.
Fashion guru, Las Vegas icon.
Stylist, right?
You know,
the artist.
The guy who powders my head.
Maybe not that one.
Okay, maybe.
That can be taken many different ways.
Well, Lexi, usually when we have you on the show, we are talking about fashion-specific items.
Yes.
But you also have another role that you play here in Las Vegas, and actually a very, very important one. And that is that you are currently the president of the Las Vegas Fashion Design Council. Okay, and we had the pleasure of having dinner with yourself and some of the other members of the Design Council. I guess it was last week.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was absolutely great.
A week ago today.
And we were talking about the idea of a new industry and making fashion a big part of a new industry for Las Vegas. And maybe you can give me some type of an overview as to what that conversation was. I had 2 glasses of wine, so I don't remember anything.
Well, basically what we're trying to do is to create an industry here, and as far as manufacturing, and not only bringing local designers to the forefront, but also in opening up lines of communication and opening up an invitation to New York designers and LA designers to come here to manufacture, because the sheer fact is that it's less expensive to manufacture here. We don't have state tax, and warehousing to put in manufacturing is like 27 cents on the dollar.
Really?
Per square foot.
Right.
To reproduce, and I think the only problem that people are saying is that there are no tax incentives to bring manufacturers and designers here, and which I think is something that could be so easily remedied. And the funny thing about when I hear about different organizations that have sprung up over the last year or two before the Las Vegas Fashion Design Council came on board, was they want to create Fashion Week. But you can't do a legitimate Fashion Week unless you have industry in your city or your state.
Right.
And when you don't, otherwise it's just a joke.
It's so interesting, though, that everybody from all over the world comes here to shop.
Exactly.
So why not have it here?
Exactly.
It would make sense.
And because it just lends itself so easily, because it already has a trademark to it.
Right.
And it just makes sense to do something like that. And not only that, but it would create so many jobs, because
Right.
in all honesty, when you think about any sort of garment manufacturing being made in the U.S., 85% of it is done in Los Angeles.
It's 4 hours away.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the thing is, a friend of ours as well, David Tupaz, a great, fantastic designer. His insights on this during our dinner and conversation and so on were really phenomenal. And one of the things, and he makes it so simple. He goes, look, you walk into the malls here, or you're walking into the large resorts, and you see all of the other designers all represented, whether they're from New York, Italy, LA,
London, Japan. Yeah.
You know, they're all represented. And so why is there not a store there that is exclusively or uniquely Las Vegas?
Exactly.
And it's not that we don't have the talent here or the resources here. For goodness sakes, I mean, the amount of garments that are generated
Like
just
yourself.
for here.
Well, and the other thing that even David and I were talking about is that, you know, the one thing that we wanted to bring home to a lot of the designers that are here in Las Vegas, especially who are designing garments, is that we really want to just, you know, create our own image, and not so much that TNA kind of looking,
Right.
you know, because that
Are you talking about Las Vegas design?
The after hours attire.
I mean, because it's so funny, because working in the salon industry for so long, I had clients that were snowbirds, and they would come from the Midwest and come here to gamble, and they'd spend months and months here. And I used to have a couple of clients that would say, well, I have my wardrobe for the Midwest, and I have my wardrobe for Las Vegas. And I said, so what does your Las Vegas wardrobe look like? And she said, well, it's from head to toe a sequence, and it's cut down to here and there and everything.
See-through shoes.
Exactly.
Plastic shoes.
And I said, so what exactly do you do?
Right. Oh, okay.
That's a seasonal job.
Industry as well, doesn't it? Like, you know, the see-through shoes and I can't stand them.
I mean, we have magic that's out
Yeah.
here every week. We could almost piggyback off of that. would be kind of interesting.
Well, and the thing is that what Magic is for is primarily for established designers
Right.
who are mass producing and manufacturing. And so what basically happens in those conventions is that they are taking orders and having appointments and so on. And so when you're a new designer, that's really not the place for you. That's why they have project and pool is for emerging designers. And so the other thing that we're trying to do is to get enough interest so that we can get people who are willing to invest and support the designers here in Las
And
Vegas.
that's always the key, is the investment.
Have a reality show.
Exactly.
That'll make it happen.
That's fine. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to have Evan Davis is going to be joining us to give us a little bit about what's going on in the jazz scene here in Las Vegas. In the meantime, if you want to know more about what's going on, it's extraordinarily simple. You go to letstalknewsnow.com. You can find out who's going to be on the show tomorrow and a lot of other fun things. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook. We're going to take a short break.